Hey guys, as you're watching this video, our vision is to reach 500,000 subscribers. Hit the subscribe button, join membership to support our channel, join Patreon and PayPal. All the links are in the description. Do that to stand with us for this beautiful cause of One Africa right now. We do not forget to sign up for the petition. The link is down below. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. This is the journey to One Africa. Guys, we really appreciate for the support. We are already having 400,000 subscribers, and our goal right now is to reach 500,000 subscribers. So help us out for us to celebrate New Year with 500,000 subscribers. You guys, you can, and we as a community, One Africa, if we hold our hands together, I believe that are gonna be able to reach to our goal. We're gonna kick off New Year strong with 500,000 of our people, and at the same time starting a journey to 1 million subscribers. So if you have been blessed by this channel and learned a lot of things concerning Africa, please don't hesitate to hit subscribe button and help us out to reach to as many people as we can. Guys, we have an update on Ethiopia and Somalia. Agreed on Wednesday to hold technical talks to resolve a dispute sparked by Ethiopia's deal with Somalia's breakaway region of Somaliland, according to a statement following talks in Turkey. Turkey has been mediating between two East African countries as tension between them have submerged since Ethiopia signed a memorandum of understanding with Somaliland in January to lease land along its coastline to establish a marine force base. In return, Ethiopia would recognize Somaliland's independence, which Somalia says infringes on its sovereignty and territory. A joint declaration was reached after Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan met separately with Somali President Hassan Sheikh Mohammed and Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed on Wednesday. It says the sides agrees the talk, which would begin on February 2025 and conclude within 4 months, would respect Somalia's territory's integrity while recognizing potential benefit of Ethiopia's access to the sea. The declaration also states that the sides would work to finalize mutual advantageous commercial arrangement that would allow Ethiopia to enjoy reliable, secure, and sustainable access to and from the sea under the sovereignty authority of the Federal Republic of Somalia. Somaliland seceded from Somalia more than 30 years ago, but is not recognized by African Union or United Nations as an independent state. Somalia still considers Somaliland part of its territory. Over the years, Somaliland has built a stable political environment, contrasting sharply with Somalia's ongoing struggle with insecurity and amid deadly attacks by Al-Qaeda-linked militant group Al-Shabaab. In November, Somaliland held a presidential election that gave a boost for its push for international recognition. With a population estimated of over 120 million, Ethiopia is the most populous landlocked country in the world. Turkey has previously hosted 2-round talks between the African nation foreign minister, but a 3rd round expected in September was delayed, raising concern of escalating tension. The president of Turkey, flanked by Mohammed and Abiy, told reporters at a late-night news conference in Turkish capital Ankara that the sides have reached an important stage in effort to solve their dispute. The joint declaration, the president said, focuses on the future and not the past. By overcoming some resentments and misunderstandings, we have taken the first step towards a new beginning based on peace and cooperation between Somalia and Ethiopia. He also said he hoped Somalia will take steps to give Ethiopia sea access. Allow me to assert here again that Ethiopia's aspiration for secure access to the sea is a peaceful venture and one that would benefit all our neighboring, said the Ethiopian Prime Minister. I believe that today's constructive discussion will push us into a new year with this spirit of cooperation, friendship, and willingness to work together instead of against each other. Shout out to that. Mohammed said the Horn of Africa is a very fragile and very volatile region which needs both Ethiopia and Somalia to work together in order to provide in mutual mutual benefit for both our countries. Turkey has forged close ties with Somalia and recently also signed deals towards cooperation in defense and oil and gas exploration. It also has economic and trade ties with Ethiopia. Somaliland opposition leader who had been critical of the MOU with Ethiopia won a presidential election there last month and is said to be inaugurated on Thursday. All right, guys. So these are good talks that we always would like to see and would like to hear. One thing that you guys, that we'll talk about that I'm not happy for is that another country outside of the continent to be intermediate to what's going on in the continent of Africa. Turkey is the hero now because things seems to be resolved between Ethiopia and Somalia. But these are two countries that have been always having tension for a long time. And having tension, it doesn't mean that war is going to break out. It's kind of like South Korea and North Korea. They've been having tension since their war long time ago until today. But to be honest, when you look at the people of South Korea, they're not even worried, even concerned. We who are not living in the country, in their countries, we are concerned and always tension in the media. But to be honest, when you're living in there, you realize that it's just, rumors that have always been there. So I'm not happy that Turkey has to stand in the middle to solve the conflicts between two African countries. African Union should be the one to stand in between. We African, we should be the one to stand in between. You know what I'm saying? Just like, Rwanda and Congo, you see Angola is intermediating these, tension that are happening between these two countries. The same thing should happen to the continent of Africa as well. Not anybody else, but Africans should stay at the middle to resolve these conflicts that are happening between two African countries. Full stop. But I'm happy that Somalia and Ethiopia, they're getting along now. I'm happy that this tension is drying down. I'm happy that Somalia is considering to give access to Ethiopia. We're just going to need to wait until February of 2025 to see what is going to happen. But, I always say this, every country in Africa has a right to access to the sea. Yes, you might not have sea next to you, but you can actually cut some deals with some of the countries that have seas to have an access, because it is very important. The same thing I'll say to Rwanda or Burundi or Congo. These are countries that are in the central part of the continent, but they have access to Tanzanian Sea or Kenyan Sea. It is very important for the development of our continent because we're not working against each other, but we must be working together towards the same goal. And that is uniting our people, and that is saving this continent, and that is securing this continent for our people and for the next generation. Our kids, they must be in a better place than we're living today. And the only way to get there is by cooperating and collaborating and working together and not against each other. So a couple months ago, a lot of tension was going on after Somali president went to Egypt, to meet with the president of Egypt and kind of like forming this collaboration, And, there's always been tension between Egypt and Ethiopia as well. And I just knew that these are just kind of, our leaders, they really know how to play dramas, and they really they really know how to gain attention from us. But you know what? We refuse to give that attention because we know that at the end of the day, people who are affected are the people, common Mwananchi, ordinary Mwananchi. These are people who are affected when war break out. These are people who are affected when conflicts keep on going. But we can stop that from happening by simply working together and sitting down at the table. And let me say this, Africa, you don't need non-African countries to stay at the middle to resolve our conflicts. You don't need that. Why was it so difficult for Prime Minister of Ethiopia and President of Somalia, Mohammed, to sit down and to just talk? Why was it so difficult? These are two grown-up men. These are two great leaders in the continent. Why was it so difficult to just pick up the phone and to sit down and to just talk? It is easy to do that. Okay, if you don't want the media attention, then do it in a secret place. Just sit down and talk in a secret. You don't have to let us know what the talk is going on, but you guys can sit down and talk. We don't need somebody else to stay at the middle and to talk us out. This is the reason why Africa is always been in the place of being taken advantage of, in a position of being disrespected, because we act like little kids who needs a father to stand out for us, who needs a father who is going to be like, stop fighting, stop fighting, stop fighting. That's what we need all the time. And it's sad because we still have savior syndrome and mentality that we need somebody to take care of our own struggles. But no, I say no. I say no. Let's deal with these things by ourselves. Let's bring peace to the continent by ourselves so that all the credits will go to God and to us. Why? Because we are responsible for our house, and we need to stand tall to make sure that our house is clean, safe, and sound. Guys, let me know in the comment section, what do you think about this news? Do you think it's a positive note? Do you think on February we're going to see resolvement? Or do you think this is the beginning of another drama? Drop your comment in the comment section, and I really appreciate to read your comments, guys. I love you. See you next time. God bless.